Mr. Ben Gilson here is a native of Talbotton in Talbot County, Georgia. Yeah. And he has lived here his entire life. And Mr. Ben and I have worked together. We worked together at the funeral home here in Talbotton for 30 years. Mr. Ben started to work at the funeral home, I believe, around 1950, 51, and worked until the year 2015 when he retired. And anyway, in addition to that, that was just a part-time job. You retired from Georgia Craft as a, what was your title?
Forest technician.
Forest technician.
Yeah.
So he knows the woods around here from one end of this area to the other. And but we recently found that one of the cemeteries up in the area called Rough Edge is actually Mr. Ben's great-great-grandfather and Mr. Ben's grandmother's family and on back on his mother's side. So we're going to take Mr. Ben up there, and he's going to go to a cemetery that he hasn't been to in a long time. But first, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us, when's your birthday?
Well, February 3rd, 1926.
So you will be coming February the 3rd, you will be
96.
96 years old.
Be 96. Yeah, when I was working with Georgia Craft, I was looking after 55,000 acres of land in 3 counties.
Wow, that's a lot to look after.
Yeah, boy.
It really is. But Mr. Ben is just a library of information about this area, and I learned a lot from him over the years. Really enjoyed knowing him, and I've known him all my life, and actually our families go back, I know 5 generations of knowing one another.
Yeah, I knew your mother going to school out there.
Yeah, and you knew her grandmother, Grandma Hudson, and all way on back.
Yeah.
So
all them back there.
Yeah. But anyway, this is Mr. Ben Gilson, and
it was somebody want to know something about Talbotton and Tom Jr. And they told them to come to me. I was the oldest one.
You are. I believe you are the oldest one left around.
And you know, we're talking about the Army having horses and things. I remember that because they parked out there at Little Creek, you know, Edgeworth Creek. They had all the horses and things there. I remember that, one way back there.
That is something I was telling Robert about the other night, that bridge over the railroad, they used to come and guard that bridge, the one that they just recently tore down. I always heard that they guarded that bridge during both world wars.
That there rail they did, yeah. They guarded that joker. They didn't want that thing. They didn't want that thing tore down on account of the trains.
Yeah.
But
okay. So we're going to go on a ride up through Rough Edge.
All righty.
All right.
Boy, they've been driving through this mud.
Is this it?
It's the next one. Yeah, I think. Pretty sure it's the next one. Because the chimney's up here.
Okay, that's right.
Behind that big boulder.
Yeah. Mr. Ben, if you look to the right, that's where the old Crawford home was.
Crawford home.
Up on that hill.
There's a chimney up there. You can, well, I thought you could see it from the road.
We've just passed it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the deepest well in all of Talbot County up there. Maybe.
Yeah.
This is it.
We're trying to figure out how to get you through there.
But it's a cemetery here.
It's right up there.
Yeah, yeah, I knew somewhere. Whoopee! That's the way to do it.
Hold on.
All right, we got it.
Let me get my walker.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
I did not expect him to do that.
I did not either. All right, can you pull up?
Here, I'll go.
Yeah, my feet too close to the
Let me come over there and help you.
thing down. I got to do it this way.
All right.
I can't pull.
Now don't film me doing that because I'm gonna have to find a way around this gate. All right, you okay? All right.
And it's just through there.
Okay. If you want to hold on to me, I'll get on the other side of you.
Yeah, let me catch the hold.
Hold on to me.
Hold on to you.
All right.
Bring up through here.
I really don't know which is the best way. What do you think, Robert? Probably straight up through
Yeah,
here?
probably straight up through here.
You're my walking a long way.
All right, Mr. Ben, it looks like they came through here and cut a fire break one time. And it looks like they pushed up this pile of rock in that little grave right there. See that grave?
Yeah,
where
see it.
they broke it? But the rest of them are on up a little further.
Bloody leaves. Good. There's a bunch of them. Crawford.
There's a hole right here, a grave. Okay.
You know, I reckon that's the reason my mama's sister was little, and they buried her up here somewhere in this.
She's buried in this cemetery. No.
Oh, they tried to get the daddy not to bury her here, but he would anyway.
Well,
But she was wanting to come up here. I couldn't find that thing until when the fella down there, he said, that cemetery, I dog, that's the one I've been looking for. I walked this road all the way up through on this side and both sides looking for this. I just didn't come down far enough.
well, what was wrong with her? What did she die of?
I don't know. Mama didn't say.
But she was a child when she
Yeah,
died?
she was real young.
But her last name would have been Harris, right?
Yeah.
And her mother was a Crawford.
Uh-huh.
So this is where her mother's parents, her mother's parents are buried
Yeah, this is
Shiloh.
my granddaddy Harris's bunch. Is a Crawford.
Okay.
His last marriage.
Well, your great granddaddy is buried right over there. His name is James Crawford.
That's it.
He lived to be 100 years old.
100 years, huh?
And he was a veteran of the War of 1812 too, right?
Veteran of the War of 1812. Did you ever remember any stories about any of that?
No, like I say, I wish I'd asked Mama about him, but I don't know. I didn't do it. But I do know that my granddaddy, Mama's daddy, was married twice. And the first one was Anderson, and she died, and then later he married the Crawford. And that's where Ralph got his second name at.
Mm-hmm.
Robert got his second name Harris after Mama's name. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Now how I come in there, I don't know.
Well, do you see that?
That's a little.
That child buried there, her name is Sarah Savannah Crawford.
So I bet you that's where my mama's name came from.
Wasn't your mother's name Savannah?
Mary Savannah.
Yeah. And Mrs. Martha Terrell Crawford.
That's exactly where my mama's name. And then Maud, my sister, she was the oldest one. And Mama sister was buried here. Her name was Maudie.
Uh-huh. Well, your great-granddaddy had a lot of children that didn't live very long.
Yeah.
That is your, let's see,
Daughter.
that would be your grandmother's baby brother and sister.
56 and 57, that wasn't but a year old. What's that right there?
69 and 70.
Uh-huh.
But this one right here, he was born in 58 and died in 75.
Mm-hmm.
So he was, what, 17?
Yeah, like I said back there, them people didn't live long.
And Sarah Savannah was born in 66. She was 10 years old, died in 76.
In the grave over there, young one way up yonder.
But look how many children, Mr. Ben. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And behind us there's probably more.
Is that broken one?
10.
Yep.
We can see 10 children buried here.
But you know back when that fleet come through, let's see, I can't think of it. Where the cemetery is, one down there below Frank Jordan. At another place, it was all the children there right in a line.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it's that cemetery or the other one.
Well, the dates on these are spread out quite a bit.
Yeah,
So
this is the cemetery Mama was wanting to see.
yeah, this young man here died in March. He died March the 20th of 75, and she died in April of 76. So that's a year apart, but still.
You know the green thing up there.
Yeah, somebody staked out the corners of this cemetery.
Oh, that's what that is. But that one thing, old Georgia Craft, buddy. If a grave anywhere, you better not do nothing to it, buddy.
Yes,
We used to have to, when we cut timber, we used to have to either go put a wire around it or just put tape all the way around it.
that's the
And
way.
it was always on the map they could see, but you know them machines there pulling logs, they didn't care.
Well, that was the policy years ago, but unfortunately they don't seem to care now.
You know down there, going down to Mark, there's a place down there that the Craft owned. It was just one grave there. J-O-S. Don't say you back. But like I say, I can't remember. I brought Matey and them out here to this cemetery
Did you?
one time,
Matey was your sister.
And they're telling them, you know, this is the cemetery Mama was looking for. That's the reason that I know that was her kinfolk, them Crawfords.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of unmarked graves in here, so if her sister's buried here,
Well, Mama,
it was never
yeah,
a
her
name put on it.
sister, Mama's sister's buried here. That's the reason she wanted to come here.
Was she older or younger than your mother?
Huh?
Was she older or younger?
I don't know. I don't know what age. I never did ask what age she was.
What do you
But
know?
I know she just told me that they tried to get her daddy not to bury her here,
Well,
and he did anyway.
well, your grandmother's parents are buried at Shiloh
Yeah.
at the old Primitive Baptist Church over there.
Yeah.
They weren't buried here, but yet these are all their children that are buried here. It may have been impossible to get back in here by the time
I reckon so.
they died.
I reckon it was.
You were going to ask
Oh.
them something.
When
My
his
grandmother and granddaddy's buried up in Hamilton.
Yes.
when his mother's sister died.
Do you know when she died?
Who?
Your mother's sister.
No, I had no idea. That's what I say. I just never did question.
Yeah.
I wish I had a question
Yeah.
more often.
His mother was born in 1888,
Yeah.
so it would have been sometime after her
Daddy
birth.
was born in 1888.
Yeah.
And so his mother is the granddaughter of James Crawford over there?
Great granddaughter.
Great granddaughter.
Wait, let me think.
JMMJ.
His mother. Your mother's name was Mary Savannah Harris.
Uh-huh.
All right. Her mother was Molly. Well, Mary.
Crawford.
Mary Molly Crawford.
Uh-huh.
She married a Harris.
She
Mary
married
Molly Crawford's father was James. James Mashton Crawford.
JM and
J.M. Crawford. He's buried at Shiloh. His father is the veteran of War of 1812 that's buried over there.
Gotcha.
James Crawford.
yeah, this is a cemetery Mama was wanting to come, and she told me about where it was. We rode come two or three other times down through here, and she like I said, she didn't know where it was, but we didn't ride down this far,
Yeah.
and I just didn't. And she said right side of the road.
Well, let me help you over here and look at his grave.
Yeah, I can catch a hold of something with that other hand. I'm all right.
He was born on Christmas Eve of 1773 and died August the 7th of 1873. He liked just a couple of months being 100 years old.
You do remember James Crawford. Well, if I know, if I could have come here, and I might have known about this if I could have got, Mama.
Yeah.
And, cause that right out there is where this here fellow was telling me about this here cemetery up here. That's when I told him, I said, my gosh, that's the one I've been looking for.
So that is your great-great-granddaddy.
Uh-huh.
And that was one of the first settlers of Talbot County, too.
Yeah.
I didn't realize your roots ran that deep.
Huh?
I didn't realize your roots ran that deep here.
I didn't know it either.
You run deep into the...
Cause Mama, I don't know how long my granddaddy had been here, but I know they came out of Harris County up there.
Yeah, well, they actually went to Harris County from here. They were here first, and then went over there.
And then come back.
And then came back.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what did he do for a living? Your granddaddy?
He farmed. He had work, and
That's another old grave over there next to this one. I would imagine his wife's buried right here next
If
to
I
him.
could have found it, I could have.
Oh, there it is.
I would have known about it.
Robert's uncovering another grave there. Robert has found another grave here next to Mr. James Crawford. And that grave has been covered a long time.
Yeah,
And it has writing on it.
it does. Hall. It says in memory of Thomas H. Hall, it looks like.
Yeah.
Born September. I have to grab my flashlight. I brought it today. Go down to the Jeep and get it.
I don't believe that I have ever seen another cemetery with this many children buried at in one area.
Yeah, back in them days, wasn't no other way. I reckon that just got a disease and went on through them.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Sacred to the memory of Thomas H. Hall, who was born June 18th, 1839, I think, and died September 1864, but September 7th, I think.
That's what it looks like. A tribute of affection.
Tribute of affection, yeah.
Is that a Crawford there?
No, that's a hall.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Huh.
You remember any halls in the family?
Let me know. I sure don't remember no holes at all.
All right, we got this. He's going to show us how a 96-year-old man goes under a gate.
Ah!
I just hope if I live to be 96 years old that I will be able to do that.